Oh, nope, that is moving me. Just need I just need profit. Can I take the profit? You're stuck to my
Hello,
head,
I am the
profit.
prophet.
Profit is stuck to my head. I can't move you. You're stuck on my head.
Keep it.
You
I'll
refuse.
never leave.
Oh God, she's gripping onto my head. I can't leave.
I live here now.
Wait, can I? Yeah, got you. There you go. Okay, let me do my intro really quickly. Hey there, little stars. My name's Kyoto Yoshia, but you can call me Kita. And welcome back to my channel for an actual video. What the I make these? Surprising. But today, we have a guest, and they go right here on my head. Do you want to say hello, friend?
Yes, hello, I am friend.
Hello! I have Puffy here today.
I'm prophet.
Yes, you are. And today, we're doing something fun. We're going to be playing... What are we playing? Wait, 1 second. Okay, so behind the scenes for this, minorly, what happened was, we were supposed to be recording a different game today, but, I forgot to download it, and so, currently...
It's taken a bit, so...
Yeah, so we decided to play something else in the meantime while we wait for it to finish downloading to hopefully get maybe 1 or 2 episodes done. And so, we are playing Seduce Me, the Atome. We are going to be playing specifically some of the episodes. Which ones? I don't know yet. Well, give me a minute. Give me a minute. So here we are in the game. So, which one are we playing? Which one? We're just going in order?
It might make sense to go in order, I would say. Well, so that way we can get James out
Are
of the
we
way.
sure? Are you sure about that? Why?
If we do him now, then you won't have to do him again until we get to 2.
I never have to do him. That's the point of consent. Fine, we'll start with James for this episode. This episode will be about the mother himself. A lesson. Oh, I know what this is about. No! Okay.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what this is? What the happened to my camera? Why is it like... Hold on. We'll cut over that, so I'll read this again. Blah, blah, blah. It's mother... I still have a lot to learn about you. James and I learned about each other each and every day that passes between us. It's an interesting experience, to say the least. Just how much does James know, though? Oh, by the way, hope you like the face cam. My face cam. Yeah, you can see Prophet because, I don't know. I just think it would have been fun. It would be funnier with face cam. Fine, let's do this. Do I have to pick my name? Imagine, if you will, you live in a gorgeous mansion with a man.
Oh,
We're off to a great start, y'all. With the man of your dreams, you can do anything you have ever wanted, and there was nothing in the world that could hold you back. Well, that was my life. I was the granddaughter of a CEO and had somehow earned this estate upon his death. The man of my dreams just happened to be waiting for me in the lobby of the mansion as I moved in. You forgot to mention the part where he was bloodied on the floor and he had several other brothers you could have picked instead. Like Matthew or Sam or Eric or baby Damien. Literally anyone else. Literally anyone else. You chose James. Mind you, he was mortally wounded and he turned out to be a demon, but hey, that's just Tuesday. But that was besides the point. Clearly. The man of my dreams, James, was smart, kind, caring, and very capable of taking care of not only me, but his 4 younger brothers. Sure. The 5 of them lived with me for a short while the house was making the house as lively as ever. However, I only needed James at my side. And soon enough, the younger 4 brothers left us to our own devices, wanting to start lives of their own. Living with James was like a dream come true. He always cooked breakfast and helped me keep the house clean. And during his free time, he tended to the garden. There were often times when he and I would eat in the gazebo outside, enjoying the sun and fresh air. Work-wise, James had taken the position of CEO at my grandfather's toy company and helped expand it to new heights. He did this. He did his very best to make it the best company it could be, and wound up raising more money for charity than any other company on the planet. Okay, that's commendable at the very least. Needless to say, I was very proud of him and was happy to know that my grandfather's company was in good hands. I was even more happy to call him mine. Less so.
Yep, you sound so happy.
Totally enthused to call this man mine, quote unquote. James and I had lived a dreamlike romance for a year and a half. The thought of marriage often crossed my mind, but I left it to the hands of fate. If James was going to propose to me, then he would have to do it when he was ready. Nevertheless, the conversation we would have were interesting to say the least. Oh, it's the Seduce Me Too design. Okay.
Yeah.
One day I found him lounging in the library, lost in a familiar book. With a smirk, I crept inside and peered over his shoulder at the chapter he was reading. You really like that book, don't you, James? Jumping in his seat, James snapped out of his train of thought and stared up at me in surprise, making me laugh and grip the chair to keep him from falling onto my knees from the hilarity.
Love!
He sounds actually so terrified.
You startled him. You did him a frighten.
I did him a frighten?
Yes.
That sounds like a him problem.
No.
Good afternoon to you too, James. Enjoying that story? I smiled playfully at James before taking the book out of his hands and looking at the cover. I was right. Love and romance, a study of intimacy. Nerd. Nerd.
He's doing his best.
That's debatable. James cleared his throat as he shook his head and relaxed into his chair, trying to calm down from his sudden surprised outburst. You keep coming back to this book no matter how many others you read. Why?
It's an interesting commentary on romance. A writer falling in love with her manager and dealing with her own internal feelings is an interesting topic to read about.
What? Really? What? Oh, sure. Oh, okay, sure. Whatever floats your boat, my dude. I'm not your boat. Back up. Truly. I handed the book back to James before walking around and sitting on an empty seat across from his. James nodded and placed the book down on the table between us while he crossed his legs.
Remember, demons don't fully understand love.
Uh-huh.
We may experience it, but we don't know it well enough to label it as such.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that. But you understand it, right?
Of course, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't continue to read about it.
Fair enough.
Nerd. I guess you're right, but what does reading the book over and over do for your research on it? James chuckled and leaned back in his chair.
That book in particular shows the balance between love and lust, which, by contrast, is an emotion demons understand completely.
Is that so? Shall I introduce you to a new book series? It's called 50 Shades of Grey.
No. No. Not those.
I'm gonna get bonked this episode, aren't I?
We'll see.
Completely. I'm sure there was some things even you don't understand if demons don't understand love. Okay, nope, sir. No. Back up. No. No. Provoked by my statement, James raised his eyebrows with almost an amused grin.
Is that a challenge?
No.
Is it?
No. Don't make me throw the book at you. I will indulge in book abuse if you continue this.
No, not the book abuse.
Then tell him to leave me alone. For a moment, I remember James's a powerful personality. This was a challenge of his intelligence, and such a dare would not remain undominated for long under his keen eye. As I mulled over the idea in the following seconds of silence, I could only find myself entertained by the idea of him trying to prove himself to me. To that, I smirked and lifted my chin a bit in a small taunting display. And if it was no, do not dig my grave even deeper, please, please, I beg you, Michaela, please. The moment James smirked at me and licked his lips over so slightly made me question everything in the form of loud screaming in my head.
That's accurate.
Yeah, just not the kind of screaming that the writing's suggesting. What did I throw myself into? Great question, bitch! Still, my face remained unfazed, and I continued to stand my ground as James replied.
Then tell me, what could I possibly not know?
I'm a boat! I'm a kayak! I'm a boat! I stared at James for the longest time before settling into my seat, crossing my legs. If this was going to be a lesson in romance, then this was going to be one where I was the teacher. All right, then. Do you know what's the sexiest thing a person can do for another? Respect. Boundaries. Acts of service, depending on your love language.
That's a bit specific.
I promise no. There's one answer for you, my love. That was a lie. There was obviously more than one answer. Thank you. But I hoped that he would draw the answer from our relationship rather than just form a generic answer. Either way, I would get him. James sat back and closed his eyes, thinking to himself and assembling his answer. As he opened his eyes, he smiled.
Make them feel cared for and cherished beyond anything else in the world.
Do you have to have your eyes glowing right now, sir? It makes me think that you're trying to pull some stunts. The demon powers can wait, sir. His answer surprised me. I imagined him trying to weasel out of the answer with a generic or specific action. As his words hit me,
A gesture.
Oh. What did I say?
Generic.
Oh, what the Kayak, what? As his words hit me, my cheeks burned a soft pink in agreement. It was rather sexy to think about it. The feeling of his hands along my feeling of his hands along my body would make me feel like a goddess worthy enough to Michaela! Why? To be ravished. The kisses on my skin would paint me in a glow of love and compassion. The way he held me always sent me to cloud 9. He had won this round. Ugh. I nodded, pursing my lips as his smirk grew a bit. He interlaced his fingers and placed them on his knee, awaiting my next question. This had become a game of trivia almost. Would he know all of the answers? I pushed forward, now determined to prove that I was right. Okay. But what about sexy clothes?
What about them?
Do you like them on a person or off? Where do you like them? Do you like them on your girl or on the floor? No, I know his answer. Taking them off. In my hands. What color clothes would a person wear to attract someone? Oh, depends. Another trick question. This was all a matter of opinion. It didn't take long for James to reply.
It depends on the person they wish to attract.
I hate that we had the same answer.
Same brains?
No! No! Prophet, no! No! Don't make me bonk you.
No.
Watch yourself. Tread lightly. As James' eyes traveled up and down my form, I suddenly felt naked. He'd prefer you that way.
I personally would love to see you in black. Perhaps gold or red.
No, stop, please. Stop.
Very nice colors. Nice colors.
I will say I do look good in red.
Hell yeah.
Damn it. That's pure me. Pure me. Damn it.
Aw, dang it.
Oh, dang it. He won again, but at least I knew what to wear if I ever wanted to seduce him into bed. No, darling, you'd wear nothing. That's what he wants. I may not like him, but I know that much. Shook my thoughts out and knuckled down. Knuckled?
Knuckled.
Yeah, knuckled down on my determination. I would not be beaten. I uncrossed my legs and leaned over my knees. Face as stone cold as a statue, James raised an amused eyebrow once again as I threw a volley of questions at him, hoping to throw him off. Giving or receiving?
Giving.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ. Nightgowns or teddies?
Nothing at all.
Stop!
There it is.
Guys, can I just say that I didn't even need to read ahead. I already knew. Kitchen or shower?
Both.
Oh.
No! Oh my god! TMI. I didn't need to know this. I am the only person who didn't want to know this.
Now you do.
Eric, help! I was going crazy at the ideas forming in my head. This game of questions and answers became one that heightened my libido in the most shameless of ways. Still, I would not give in. Oh, god damn it. This video is gonna get demonetized. Oh, whatever, fuck it. They don't pay me. The question became about our relationship more than just general romance and lust. The more he answered, the more I learned about him. I would use his responses to my advantage later, but for now, the harvest for answers continued. Sensual or rough?
Depends on how we feel.
Oh. Oh.
Bradley! No.
Oh no.
Oh my god, what is happening? Fast or slow?
Start slow, then get faster.
Stop, please. Please,
Ooh.
I'm begging you. Brother, you're not helping! You are not helping!
I'm not helping.
No!
Oh. Oh.
Handcuffs or blindfolds?
Both.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I didn't need to know this.
I'm just gonna borrow this man for a bit. Don't mind me.
Please, he's all yours, Prophet. James instantly covered his mouth with his hand, and the slip escaping his lips and making his true feelings known alongside the embarrassed blush across his cheeks. As his answer rung in my ears, my entire face became beet red. What? What? James was into both handcuffs and blindfolds. What about other... No! What about other kinky things? Whips? Rods? Prophet?
Listen.
James shook his head. So he wasn't into any sort of violent play. Being called master.
Ooh.
Being called master? Silence. Made sense. It made him. Oh no, that part. Nope. It made sense. Him liking the play on his Him liking the play on his dominance. BDSM. This went from 0 to 100 real fast. Jesus Christ.
I did not realize it was going into this direction.
Yep. God damn it. James closed his eyes and sighed into his palm before he felt his before it fell to his lap, and he lowered his head. As he spoke, I could tell he was being frank with me, dissolving his shame as he was speaking to the one he loved.
It's not something demons do, but I enjoy learning about it and imagining it.
Is that so?
I see.
Enjoy, Prophet. Do you guys want a minute alone? I can leave for a bit. You guys have your fun.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a bit. Where did you learn about it? James chuckled softly, shaking his head.
A novel I read a long time ago.
Oh.
It was a study on fictional romance and the publishing of erotica in the last 10 years. It wound up in the piles of books I read when we first came to the human world.
How?
Really now? Interesting. How'd
Prophet.
that get there?
Prophet.
Gee, I wonder how that got there. Just happened to be in that file, huh?
Eric. Eric. What?
Eric trying to get his brother to loosen up a little.
I wouldn't be surprised. That explained it. However, I also didn't expect it from James. Eric, maybe, but not James.
Maybe we're not wrong.
Eric really was like brother bonding time.
He was just like, you need to get laid.
Looking at him, I could tell James was trying to come to terms with releasing this information to me. While he was talking to the one he loved, he knew that the topic was a pretty big one to drop in the game we were previously playing. Is it, though? I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable about it, so I spoke up again. Are you interested in trying it? I regret saying this. For a moment, James didn't answer. When he did, I could tell that he was being open about it now that I knew of his true feelings for it.
I would be lying if I said no.
Bradley. Please, I am begging you. Why? James looked back at me, his expression neutral in an attempt to remain calm. I leaned back in my seat and closed my eyes. His game definitely taught me a lot of new things about James. Would I pursue this new information and try it with him? That was up to me to decide on later. For now, though, our game had ended and it was unclear who had won between us. I had gotten my answers, but the last question threw both of us off. I wonder why. How would we determine the winner? I finally decided to stand up and walk over to James, letting him watch me as I sat on his lap, wrapping my arms around his neck and leaning my forehead against his. Maybe you do know everything. James finally relaxed and nuzzled my nose with his before kissing me softly.
Well, not everything.
Oi!
Oh!
This is cheating! No! This is cheating! This is cheating! Huh?
I still have a lot to learn about you.
No. The study session ends here. We'll meet back in 700 years. Bye. Good day. Me. James stared deep into my eyes, leaning back and removing his glasses. As his whiskey eyes began to glow a soft golden color, I gasped as he smiled playfully at me.
It's only fair that I ask you the same questions that you asked me. Don't you think?
Look at the grave you've dug
I
for
see.
me. Mika, look at the grave you have dug for me.
Hey, at least we're getting it out of the way.
Don't laugh at me, you. Right off, sir. Screw you. I stared wide-eyed at James. Was he seriously going to ask me the same questions I asked him? James chuckled lowly.
What? Are you afraid now?
You need to back up on your mic, please, Bradley. Just give me a few more meters away. Maybe like several feet. No?
Good. Because I don't intend to be gentle.
Fuck. This is me. Yeah, it's over. Woo. Oh my god. Well, that was a video. That was that was a video.
YouTube, please don't cut that.
YouTube Sama's gonna be pissed at me. So that was something.
That was a thing.
That was a thing we did. But thank God it's done. Oh my god. What the was that? That is all I have for you this video. So I shall see you all another night, little stars. Until then, keep shining. Bye!
Farewell.